All right. Didn't want to jump on a podcast and talk about this all the way, but I do want to share some quick thoughts on the coaching search situation so far with Virginia Tech. And I do encourage all of you to listen to David Cunningham, and Carter Brown on TSL yesterday. They had a really good conversation about this and kind of sparked my interest in talking about this conversation. The only thing that I disagree with that they talk about is that fans and media are owed the ability to understand exactly what's going on, how it's going on. I think when it comes to this, like, you can determine whether something was handled well or handled poorly when you get the end result. Anytime there is a radical change in anything, I don't think many people would look around in the middle of it and be like, wow, this is so great the way that this is being handled. Until you have the new platform or the new hire or whatever it is in which you're applying it, whatever walk of life that you have, it's going to be uncomfortable and it's going to be weird. Now, with that said, I do believe that the public muzzling and public flogging of our athletics director, who is in charge of athletics, is tremendously, colossally silly. You can say what you want about the tenure. You can say what you want about the results. You can say what you want about whatever. The fact is, Whit Babcock is still employed as the athletic director at Virginia Tech. If you want to talk about his ability to hire or his hiring processes, Justin Fuente at the time was a slam dunk hire that did not work out. Buzz Williams, Kenny Brooks, Coach Mike Young, transformational hires that completely changed the entire landscape of Virginia Tech athletics. Tony Roby, fantastic hire for wrestling and has been unbelievable. You want to talk about Pry? It was a disaster. It did not go well and was not really on anybody's radar coming into that season. The sentiment has been, I don't want Whit involved in any capacity on the coaching search. I don't even want him in the room. I don't want him even listening. I want him in the manager's closet and sitting far, far away. If he's going to be here and this athletic department is still here, it is way worse to have that be the actual situation. And my problem with this is I don't think that we need to know exactly what the process is, or we are owed to know exactly what's going on every single step of the way. But at a bare minimum, it should be publicly known who is in charge, who is overseeing this, who is in charge. We've heard that Whit and Sands and Rakovich are going to have final say on the hire, but they're not involved in the hiring process. You have Whit, who, and I feel for him, he's being put in this position where he goes on the podcast with Bill Roth. Bill Roth asked amazing questions. Whit answered them as best as he can, but he's also on the Zoom meeting and he's not talking. He's almost operating with two hands behind his back. And externally, and again, I'm not in the conversations, obviously, with the agents or with the coaches or anybody else, but if I'm a coach or I'm an agent and I see all of this going on, I'm kind of like, what the hell is going on over there? This is the most important decision that this athletic department has made in decades. And ultimately, it seems like nobody's really in charge, but we're all fired up. We have this 8-person committee who's probably meeting virtually around their schedules when they can, because they have other jobs and they're all over the place. 8 people is a lot of people also on top of that. So if we want to preach accountability and we want to preach messaging, we've been talking about this from our football program standpoint for, I don't know, years now about accountability. I've been huge on accountability. Don't you think that if Whit is here right now and this athletic department is here right now, we should allow them to do their job? At what level that is, I have no idea. But right now, can you make it clear on who's owning this project or owning this situation? The concept that the fan base, media, coaches, agents, everybody else, if you just try to understand how this is working, you have no idea who's steering the ship. And again, this may be a hot take. If he's going to be here saying that he shouldn't even be in the room and shouldn't even be overseeing it, I'll ask you, who should? Who should be overseeing it? Nobody? Because the way that this looks right now, it looks like nobody's in charge. It looks like nobody is overseeing it. And then when we judge this, after a coach is hired and we see how it goes and we see what the GM situation looks like, that's when we're going to be able to judge it. But externally, right now, it looks like there's no accountability. And then if we do get to 2 or 3 years from now, everybody's going to want the credit if it goes well. Nobody's going to want the blame if it goes poorly. We don't even know who's in charge of any of that right now. So again, I'm not trying to say that this is a disaster because there's no way to know if it's a disaster. I'm not trying to say that it's the most buttoned up situation that I've ever seen. I just think it's preposterously weird to not know if your athletic director will be here. If he is here, why is he not involved in the situation at all? Or why is he not answering questions? We have had nobody answer any questions. We have moved on from an interim. We have moved an interim in. We have announced that we have a search committee. It has been reported that we're getting a GM first on a massive podcast. And then on our internal podcast, our acting athletic director, not even acting, our actual athletic director says actually it's the opposite. So from the outside, it's damn confusing. It is a you cannot screw this up situation. But again, we don't even know who the you is. So really well done by TSL and David Teal and everybody. We will judge this when we get to the finish line, but right now, you can be as mad as you want at Witt in the athletic department. But to outsource this to 8 people who are meeting remotely every once in a while and taking no questions seems a lot sillier than the idea of let's put Witt in a closet and not let him answer any questions and just trust these 8 people to get it done. That's not a shot at them. It's just, it doesn't seem like there's a leader. So hope we get this right. Wishing those 8 people the best. And I hope that we come out on this on the right side. But we will see.